What will our financial system look like once the $20 trillion commercial real estate industry implodes? You might want to start thinking about that because the truth is that the industry is in a tremendous amount of trouble. Occupancy rates are extremely low and getting lower. Rising interest rates have created all sorts of havoc, and now many of the small and mid-sized banks that the industry depends on for financing are in serious jeopardy. In essence, the commercial real estate industry is facing a perfect storm of nightmares, and this crisis is only going to escalate in the months ahead. But now, what is happening is so obvious that even CNN is sounding the alarm. They finally realize real estate has hit a wall. Office and retail occupancy rates have been falling, and Fed's efforts to fight inflation are doing more harm than good. The recent banking scandal is just the last drop to put more pressure on commercial properties, as 80% from loans come from small and mid-sized banks. At this point, there is no debate about what is happening to commercial real estate. In fact, short sellers are aggressively shorting the industry right now because they all want a piece of the carcass. They believe the market will continue to fall as regional banks limit access to credit, which puts real estate as the most shorted industry globally. This is going to be such a disaster. Don't just take my word for it. According to Elon Musk, the commercial real estate crisis is, by far, the most serious looming issue facing our economy. I don't know if I would go quite that far, but I totally agree that we are headed for a commercial real estate implosion that is absolutely unprecedented in U.S. history. Of course, many would argue that it has already begun. In recent weeks, we have witnessed a long list of high-profile failures. Brookfield's default in LA, RXR, which is currently negotiating to convert NY City office building to residential. In DC, a $38 million commercial mortgage-backed securities headed to special servicing and Columbia Property Trust, which defaulted in February with $1.7 billion in debt. And this comes at a time when the entire economy is starting to tremble. The St. Louis Fed Financial Stress Index just hit its highest level since the early days of the COVID pandemic, and the Dallas Fed Manufacturing Outlook Survey has now been in negative territory for 11 months in a row. As economic conditions continue to deteriorate, a lot more Americans are going to be losing their jobs. And that even includes people working at some of the largest and most successful companies in the entire country. For example, Disney has announced that it will actually be conducting 3 rounds of mass layoffs. The second and third rounds will take place in April and early summer. This begs the question as to whether the layoffs are meant to keep employees in anxiety. If cuts are needed, why not proceed with them at once? I wouldn't want workers stressed out for the next few months as they wonder whether they will survive the cuts or not. And nor would I want to be on the other side wondering if I'll have a job. But as our banking crisis rolls on, there is going to be so much stress all over America throughout the rest of 2023. Just like in 2008, vast numbers of hard-working Americans will be losing their jobs, and there will be so much emotional pain. If you have a job that you cherish, try to hold on to it as tightly as you can, because good jobs will soon become a very precious commodity in this nation. Show us your support by giving us a like and subscribing to our channel. See you in the next video.